Salut, salut! C'est le début de mes vacances. Si, je suis en vacances, Chris, pendant une semaine. Fait que c'est peut-être un live qui en aura pas d'autres pendant une semaine à peu près. Parce qu'on a une semaine en vacances avec la famille. Donc, ça va être plus difficile pour moi de faire des lives tout simplement. Peut-être qu'il va y avoir des vidéos régulières qui vont sortir au travers. Je vais voir. Je sais pas si je vais trouver le temps, tout simplement. Donc, vu qu'on était en vacances, je me suis dit, ben, pourquoi pas prendre ça chill un peu avec un peu de Genshin Impact. Ça serait cool ce soir. Donc, c'est sur du Genshin qu'on s'en va pour ce soir. Donc, on va aller tout de suite en game. Bon, ok, on est parti. On va commencer, on va checker qu'est-ce qu'il y a à nous offrir. On a nos quêtes quotidiennes. Il y a vent d'automne et feuilles écarlates. Bon, ok, on va avoir quelques missions à faire. Ça va être cool, je pense. Je sais pas pourquoi qu'il me donne tout le temps ça, man. J'ai pas de nouvelles affaires à faire là-dedans. Bon, ça. Je me suis là. On slug. Pourquoi qu'il m'offre ça encore? L'intérieur de vos rêves, c'est quoi ça? Ok, bon, il y a d'autres missions, man. On va... Quête requise. Comment ça, quête requise? C'est quoi l'affaire, là? Terminer 8 missions quotidiennes pour obtenir une clé de légende. Ok. Bon, fait qu'on va faire nos missions quotidiennes. On va prendre ce chill, comme on dit. Bon. Premier objectif se situe ici. On va aller voir ça. Ok. Ah, tout le monde est plein. Salut. Protection de monolithe des lignes énergétiques. Ok, bon, ça c'est assez facile. On va faire ça. C'est assez facile. Le but c'est de... Tout le monde va mourir. Bon, deuxième batch d'ennemis, ok. Hey. Let's go. T'es pas mal mort, tout le monde. Bon. Cool it. Ça se fait bon. J'avais pas vu son petite explosion. Ça va bien. Et lui, il est dans l'arbre, ok, ouais. Mon tabarnak. Asti, je tombe en bas. Hey, Chris, ça ouais, monte. Ah, mais c'était ça. Fait que si ça va bien, ok, bon. Il y en a une à proximité ici, on va aller faire celle-là. Et bon, fait que là, on s'en vient ici. Et où? Ok, je vais me téléporter juste là. Nice. Ok, bon. Salut mon ami. Pas de problème, moi de faire ça, me calisse. Aider à trouver un piment de Genshin, mais oui, mais j'en ai déjà, je pense. J'en ai quelques-uns, comme on dit. Oh, les fleurs de lotus, par exemple, j'en ai juste une. Ouh. Tant mieux. J'en avais au moins une. Ok. Bon. Fait que ça, c'est... livrer le plat. Ça, c'est un peu chiant. Il est où? Ah, c'est juste lui. Ok. Ta gueule, est-ce que tu chien? Nice, nice. Baby. Jiangju. Jiang. Téléportation. Il y a une quête du monde en plus, c'est pas ce que je vois. Il m'a dit que ça goûtait à la marde. T'es un esti de cuisinier gay, man. Bon, fait que ça c'est fait. Ok. Là, il m'en reste une quête quotidienne. Non, deux. Ah. J'avais pas vu. Ok, c'est là. On se téléporte. Escorter le ballon jusqu'à destination. Ok. Active-moi ça. Dans le fond, je vais juste détruire les obstacles. Je me fous des ennemis pas mal. Tant que le ballon il passe. Bon, donc là il va passer ça. Viens-t'en. Après il s'en va où, tu penses? Il va aller à droite ou à gauche? À gauche, hein, je m'en doutais un peu. Il y a des ennemis. Bon, c'est ça que je voulais. C'est parfait, ça va se détruire. Et voilà. Ballon dirigeable. Ok, je vais prendre l'avance, je vais aller détruire ça. Avec le feu, ça se détruit pas mal tout ça. Bon, fait que ça c'est fait. C'est nice. Là, c'est en haut là. Il y a du bas là encore. À gauche, hein. Ok. Ça me dérange pas qu'il est mort. Ça me dérange pas vraiment. Bon, le chemin est ouvert. Bon, ça c'est sa destination. Je vais ramasser le piment tant qu'à être ici. Les pimentes. Ok, bon, fait que la quête est faite. Clencher ce minerai-là. Ok, cœur de lapis, lapis, lapis. Ah, Chris. Je t'avais pas vu, toi. Salut. Avec un coffre. Bon.
Fate is upon you.
C'était juste ça, c'était facile comme on dit. Ok, ça c'est bon. Lapis, lapis. Moi je bois de lapis. Ok, bon, je vais aller réanimer l'autre gars. En venant ici. Kaya. Kaya est ressuscité. Wow, wow. Maman. Maman l'abeille. Maman a un gros cul. Bon. On va pogner l'autre fleur qu'il y a là. Je vais chercher la fleur de feu site. Tant qu'à être ici.
Freeze.
Freeze. Ah, je t'ai éteindu du con. Éliminer tous les monstres, il y en a 9. On va aller faire ça. On va aller faire ça, mon homme. Mais où est la musique? La couleur est violente.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Dodge this.
I summon thee.
Ah ouais, Est-ce, faites quoi? Chris. Salut Vertac. comment ça va? Moi ça va aussi, hein? Ça va, ça va. Ça fait pas longtemps que j'ai commencé, une quinzaine de minutes. Puis je suis en vacances, câlisse.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Ça c'est nice là. Une semaine de vacances avec la famille. Ça va faire du bien. Tout est mort. Tasse-toi, est-ce que calme. Ouais, c'est bien content. Hey, mon gros tabarnak.
Written in the stars.
Oh, niveau d'aventure 52, nice. Je m'en attendais pas. Je m'en attendais pas du tout. Bon, fait que ça c'est fait. 10 minerais. Je vais essayer de pogner du minerai un peu. Il y en a pas loin ici. Je m'étais mis un petit marqueur derrière, c'est ça? Juste pour être sûr. À ma droite. Ouais, c'est par là. Ok, c'est cette place-là. Ouais, il y en a ici, c'est sûr. Qu'est-ce que t'as fait de bon aujourd'hui, Vertac? Tu fais de quoi de spécial?
Scry the sky.
Razor.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
To get frostbite.
Ouais, moi c'était ma dernière journée, je travaillais. Hein. C'était comme ma dernière journée avant les vacances. Fait que c'est pas mal ça, la job là. Job normal là. Ah oui, je suis en vacances. Je suis tombé en vacances aujourd'hui, puis je recommence juste lundi. Lundi, je sais pas quand, mais pas lundi qui vient, mais l'autre d'après là. Fait que j'ai comme une semaine et demie de vacances. J'ai-tu pogné tous mes minerais? T'as pas, il y en a d'autres ici. Bon, fait que là, j'ai pogné tous mes minerais. C'est nice. Ouais, fait qu'on va faire une couple d'activités avec avec les gens, les enfants puis tout là, cette semaine. Fait que... ça, ok, ça. T'as-tu remarqué, je me suis comme zoomé dans la caméra, genre? Je suis comme plus près. J'ai juste comme ça coupe le cadre derrière, là. J'aimais ça avoir le cadre au complet, mais en même temps, je me trouvais loin, genre. Fait que là, je me suis dit, je vais essayer de me rapprocher. J'ai mis un zoom genre 110%. Je suis comme juste un peu... Je suis un 10% plus près, genre. Je fais encore des tests, là. Ça fait pas longtemps que je fais des lives, fait que... Je suis encore en période de rodage. Je pense que c'est cool, là, même. Non, c'est parce que j'écoutais Tim the Tatman, puis je trouvais qu'il était quand même proche. Tu sais, il y a un style un peu comme moi, genre un peu sombre, là, tu sais, son éclairage. Fait que là, je vais me rapprocher un peu.
Add Ash.
Ok, tu sais, c'est le niveau d'aventure. Ouais, ça me donne rien, c'est
Add
poche.
Astra Abyssosk.
Ok, niveau d'aventure, ça, j'ai quoi de plus? Ok. Quelques affaires, mais c'est pas débile. Bon, fait que je peux-tu améliorer mes personnages un peu? Elle a déjà comme une arme niveau 80, mais elle est juste niveau 70 par exemple. Il faudrait que je crafte ça. Ok. Ces fleurs-là, c'est quoi ça? Détail de l'objet. Territoire du
I
lieu.
created another universe and founded paradise.
Mais ta
I,
gueule.
Fischl, and the Prinzessin der
Les électros. Gros diamant électro. Gros diamant électro. J'ai quoi comme diamant? J'ai rien, genre. J'ai pas grand chose. Hein. Le site, là, c'est ça. J'ai-tu de l'électro? J'ai pas grand chose, esti.
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
Elle doit pas en avoir des fleurs bleues. Ah, je sais pas.
at the cathedral if you're injured.
Ta gueule avec Barbara. Ok, bon, les fleurs, là, moi j'ai... Non, mais il y en a. Il y en a 5. Ok, cool. Je peux en acheter. En fond, je vais tout acheter. Souvent, j'achète tout. J'aime bien tout acheter. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a là, mais... J'en ai déjà beaucoup, là, de certaines. Ok.
Can't you give me a better price tonight?
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's Fruit.
Bon. Ok, bon, fait que là, je vais faire ça ici.
Can't you give me a better price?
Ici en bas. Admirez la vue à l'extérieur du port de l'île Liu et recueillez-vous. Ok, je vais faire ça.
imagined your brother would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chip. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going.
T'es mieux d'avoir confiance.
He said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets he still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Don't mention it, partner.
Merci.
Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey... Oh, you mean the god that took your brother away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her. Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to
Je veux
understanding
des
this whole
réponses.
mystery. Well, we've ruled out two gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons.
Inazuma.
So next...
Allons à Inazuma.
Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already. Atsuko in Lea Harbor.
Atsuko.
She's from Inazuma.
Ben oui, c'est vrai.
Let's see what she has to say.
Début de la quête. Au port de Liu, only you.
Oh, hello.
Salut.
Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
On va y aller, Est-ce.
So that's why you're here. Well, there is a way,
Great! We came to the right person!
but the chance of success is incredibly small.
Chris, ça va bien?
Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely
Dangerous.
on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and freshwater supplies soon ran out, and I remember
Arrête
getting to
de
the point where I
manger,
was
c'est-
sure I'd reached the end. Then I blacked out. But to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me. Ah, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to
skin
tell
of
the
my
tale
teeth.
must be a sign
Ma
that the
gencive.
gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted
c'est qui
approval
parle?
process, and
La
I
petite?
felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually
Ouais,
collectively
mais
refer to them as the
habituellement, tu sais,
Tri-Commission.
je les laisse pas, mais
I
vu que c'est
suppose
un
they're
live, des fois, je les
equivalent to
laisse.
the 8 trades
Les
under the
dialogues,
Ryuichi
pas que les gens
One
ils
of the
perdent
obligations
l'histoire.
of the
genre.
Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering
Ouais, c'est vrai
Inazuma.
qu'il y a de la jasette, hein?
All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, The Tenryou Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma,
J'ai une très bonne raison.
you should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain.
Je m'en sac.
Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing
Chris, c'est donc bien
Outlanders.
compliqué de rentrer là.
Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side.
Mais Chris, le radeau, si toi tu voles, on s'en
That's
fout.
not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma.
Bon, on va faire des activités proches de la maison.
Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide
Parce
range of
que en
experiences.
principe, on était
They
supposé
may
d'aller en
just know
France
how
cette
to
année.
break through the storm.
But it's an armed fleet, right?
Mais à cause du COVID, on l'a remis à l'année prochaine.
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their cap, the Alcor is the flagship of the Crux
Fait
fleet.
que, on va faire
I
des
heard
affaires
that
dans
it's
le coin,
currently
on n'a pas le
anchored by
choix.
Guyunstone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beto.
On va faire des petites affaires. Là. Bon. Faut que je trouve le capitaine. Qui est loin, il est genre là. Le capitaine. Le millionnaire, son épouse. La jolie star. Bon, ouais, l'année prochaine. Mais c'était ça qui était prévu cette année. Puis l'année passée, j'étais supposé d'aller en Jamaïque. Puis ça aussi, ça a été cancellé à cause du COVID. Fait qu'il y a 2 voyages que j'ai pas fait. Ouais, c'était supposé aller en Jamaïque l'été passé. Là, 2 étés. L'été 2000, on attend un peu. COVID a commencé. En tout cas, on était supposé d'aller en Jamaïque, puis finalement, ça a chié. Puis cet été, c'était la France. Ouais, c'est ça. L'été 2020, c'était supposé être la Jamaïque, puis l'été 2021, c'était la France. Qu'on a tout cancellé. On n'a pas eu le choix. Ouais, mais tu sais, ici, pas mal tout a fermé plus genre mars, peut-être. 2020, genre. Parce que même la team Crouton sont venus genre à l'hiver. Genre décembre, justement, 2019 ou janvier 2020. Ils étaient venus à Québec. Fait que tu sais, ici, c'était bien correct, là. Ouais, c'est ça, c'était dans ces dates-là. Où est le capitaine?
What do those symbols really mean?
What have we got here? Wait, I know you. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not floating thing!
Time
It's
has
Paimon!
come.
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now?
Et
That's
ça,
the
c'est le nouveau
weirdest compliment
personnage,
I've
non?
ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for
Chris, il y a un
reasons I won't
esti
bore
de
you with.
Kaidahara
Occasionally he opens his
Kazuha.
mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me
Yeah,
not
nice.
to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
Oh, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Il est vraiment
Only if
nice,
the
ce
mood takes me,
bonhomme.
of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily.
C'est ça qui arrive dans
Especially since
Genshin
our great
Impact,
hero
c'est
here
que
might
genre
be in
quand ils sortent un
attendance.
nouveau bonhomme,
Oh, wait a minute. What's the
ils
clash?
créent genre des quêtes
Also,
d'histoire
just to clarify,
autour du
my
personnage
great
pour que
hero,
genre
do you mean?
I thought you
tu
might be here to
t'attaches au
sign up.
personnage puis que tu
You're
veuilles
telling me
genre
you've never
payer
even
pour
heard of it?
l'avoir.
The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters.
Avez-vous un chalet
We
ou
want
t'as
those with
loué un
real
chalet?
martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little... You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the
Ok,
tournament,
vous louez un
now
chalet.
that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a
On
healthy
avait
turnout this
pensé en
time.
louer un, mais
We didn't come here to
c'était
take
quand même
part
assez
in the
cher
martial
puis il y avait
arts
pas
tournament.
full d'affaires là.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after.
Mais nous
Get
autres,
this.
genre, ben,
It's a
là je
masterless
prends une semaine
vision.
avec les flots,
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact.
puis ma deuxième
If the
semaine
tournament
c'est
champion
fin
can
août,
reawaken
puis c'est
that
juste moi et
vision,
ma blonde.
It belongs to
Puis là on
them.
va monter
Is
genre
there really such
sa
thing
côte
as a
nord.
masterless vision?
On est déjà
When
été
vision
à
bearer
Bécomo, mais
dies,
là on n'est jamais été
The
plus
light
loin.
in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical
Ben, tant
application,
mieux.
well,
Si tu peux l'amener.
this remains to be
Ça
seen.
fait-tu longtemps que t'es avec?
But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
J'ai comme mal à la gueule, esti. Attends, je ne suis pas intelligent, je n'ai pas besoin d'œil divin.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Ben oui, on
Why
veut y
didn't you
aller.
say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision,
You just want her to take part in your tournament.
what's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we want to get to Inazuma, huh?
Elle sait pas. Ok, c'est le fun. Ta mère, elle sait-tu, elle?
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest. Kazuha and I will be over soon.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Man, ça va se passer en Gaspésie, esti. C'est là que ça va se passer. Accéder à l'arène du tournoi. Ok.
What in the world do those symbols really mean?
Bon, fait que je m'en vais là. Ben, tu sais, je veux dire, on s'entend qu'elle doit s'en douter un peu aussi, là, tu sais. Tu dis qu'elle sait pas, mais tu sais. Chris, il a jamais dit en plus. Man, qu'est-ce que tu fais, Carlis? Ben, tu sais, des fois, là, tu sais, comme moi, là, sérieux, là, j'ai jamais été un gars qui a pogné à la base, là. Pour vrai, dans le fond, j'ai toujours dû un peu travailler pour que ça arrive, tu sais. Ça se peut que tu lui dises puis qu'elle soit surpris ou peu importe, mais tu sais, si tu lui dis, tu vas pouvoir travailler sur quelque chose. C'est ça l'affaire, là. Là, j'ai pas de bonhomme de feu, calé, c'est un peu, là. Puis en plus, man, ça vient avec toi au chalet, là. Puis si tu lui dis, après ça, elle pourra pas se sauver. Elle va te pogner pareil avec toi, esti, dans le chalet, là. Je vais me changer, je vais mettre un bonhomme de feu.
Let's finish this swiftly.
C'est parce qu'il m'en manque un, je sais pas où. Ah, il y en a un là en haut. Là. Ta-da-ta-ta. Non, mais c'est ça, tu sais. Tu sais, si ça fait genre 4 ans en plus que tu tripes dessus, man. Je pense que même si elle dit genre non, ou qu'elle dit ah, moi je te vois comme un ami, c'est pas une barrière. Tu sais, des fois tu te dis ah, ben, tu sais, si elle ressent rien pour l'instant, si c'est mort, tout ça, mais c'est pas mort, man. C'est ça qu'il faut que tu te dises. Si ça fait autant de temps que tu tripes dessus, c'est que tu vas peut-être faire les efforts justement pour l'avoir. Hein. Mais qu'est-ce que j'ai fait, tabarnak? Chris.
This will be interesting.
C'est quoi, mon jeu il a planté, tabarnak? Voyons, calice, man. Qu'est-ce que t'attends pour la fourrer, esti?
The threads of your fate lie
Voyons,
in my
Chris,
hands.
c'est chez vous, man. Dis-le, là. Fais-y écouter mon live, là. Je te dis, on va t'organiser ça, mon calice.
We're going to hunt.
J'ai pas replacé mes bonhommes de la bonne façon. Non. Fischl, c'est la première, man. Fischl, c'est la première. Fait que là, tu m'écoutes, esti, juste en entendant, là, mon calice. Fischl, il faut que ça soit la première. En échange de Mona. Mona. Fisher, je la mets en premier.
In the name of the princessin.
Toi, ça va. Je t'écris ce mot-là.
This is how it must be.
Razor.
I'll watch your back.
Fisher, Kaya, Mona, Razor. C'est bon. Je les ai remis comme qu'ils étaient. Bon, ok. Phew. Là, c'est quoi il faut que je fasse ici?
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors
Et elle,
are.
tout ce temps-là, Calice, je
They
veux
said
dire,
that they had to be renowned fighters.
as-tu des chums, quelque chose, est-ce
Who will we be up against?
C'est quoi il faut que je fasse? Faut que je kill eux autres, genre? Hey, pourquoi que genre... Que je me trompe, là? Ben, Chris, man, j'espère que vous allez passer un peu de temps avec moi. Moi, je veux y parler à cette fille-là. C'est quoi cette communauté-là? Man, je m'attendais pas à ça.
Hello, are you here to compete in the Crux Clash?
You bet I am.
Hey, on
Have you
dirait
put your
Freddie
names down yet?
Mercury ici. Freddie Mercury. Vous avez déjà inscrit vos noms, mais pas encore
Well,
ici.
I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then allow just anyone to take part. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for show over skill is gonna get their butt handed to them. Nobody wants to see
C'est
that,
si.
right?
Si vous êtes amis depuis longtemps, en plus,
Heard a rule about that. So,
tu sais, il y a déjà un lien.
wondering, are you a renowned fighter?
Je sais pas pourquoi qu'il y a des bails ici sur le
Only
flux,
a
là.
former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle
Des fois
Combat
ça va
Summit.
bien, des fois
Oh,
ça
yeah.
lag un peu. Je sais pas, j'ai comme des troubles avec mon internet depuis une couple de semaines.
Uh-huh. Also, that doesn't sound like the most official tournament out there.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years. There were plenty of competitors when I took part. Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were two of them trying
Moi,
to
man,
escape.
je pense que t'as pas
I
le choix de
sorted
dire
them
à
out.
soir, là, nuit
They tried to
blanche, là.
sneak past me under the cover
T'as
of
pas le choix de
darkness.
dire, là.
They didn't know what hit them. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big guy pulled out a knife. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurt. I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2 to 1, I still got the upper hand. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them. And hand them over to the Millilith. I received quite the commendation.
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work. Mm-hmm. Alright, we're gonna keep looking around.
I'll see you in the arena, but I don't plan on losing to a pair of children anytime soon.
Ok. Bon, ça c'est fait. Faut que je parle à lui. Et vous prévoyez quoi comme
Are
nuit
you here for
blanche?
the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. That's what our
Vous allez
master
écouter des
taught
films,
us.
genre?
But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance for us to obtain the masterless vision.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible, huh? Are they someone famous?
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan clan. And you probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is nowhere
Si j'ai
near
mal
as
au dos,
famous
hein.
as the master himself anyway. He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles of kung fu, and countless
Kung
other clans
fu.
have borrowed extensively from him. To the Lingshan clan, he teaches a special technique known as force dispersal.
Force dispersal?
It's a type
Yeah.
of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy
quoi?
around you and neutralize attacks without moving an inch. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or change the direction of an incoming stone,
Ouais, ça
all
arrive. Hein.
without breaking a sweat.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
Ça arrive, ça.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult.
Des fois, avec
to
des
cultivate
frères,
this
esti,
ability.
il y en a une
We've
qui
been training for
finalement
ages
ça
and we're
part
still
avec
getting to grips
l'autre.
with the very basics. There's no way we could use it proficiently yet.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now.
Sauf que là, regarde, c'est en crise, man. La fille que tu tripes dessus est chez vous, esti à poil dans la douche, esti.
There's
a tuition fee?
Of course. This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you've got to show you're sincere about it.
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Master is getting increasingly impatient with us. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress in their training.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the same situation.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Ling Shan clan will go down in history. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
See you in the arena.
Puis comment ça, tu tripes dessus? Qu'est-ce qui fait que, genre, tu tripes dessus, hein, sérieux?
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
Désolé si ça lag, là, c'est ma connexion, je pense.
You
Je sais
better
pas.
believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as champion. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my life. No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to become a perfect person. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seemed to get on with just about everyone socially. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know I haven't reached perfection yet.
Ouais, fait que dis-moi donc, là, qu'est-ce qu'elle a de spécial, cette fille-là, Chris?
A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, they very kindly made special arrangements on my behalf. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really, to have so many good friends in my neighborhood.
Un truc, genre,
of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a high achiever by nature,
parce que mec, tu y parles, là.
I've done enough to guarantee my victory in this
si tu lui dis, ah, t'es parfaite, genre, ça touche moins que, genre, si t'as comme des points précis, genre. Fait que, tu sais, si tu lui dis des trucs vraiment concrets, ça punch plus, là.
Ha! You don't mince your words, do you? The arena will be the judge. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average. Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing. Come on, let's go sign up.
Let's go. On va s'enregistrer au tournoi.
Chinxa Village arm wrestling champion, huh? All right, you're signed up. Next,
Yes.
please. What's your name?
Je m'appelle
Wait,
Abnar.
aren't you?
C'est moi.
Did I hear that right?
Yes, bitch, c'est moi.
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Man, c'est hot ce bout-là.
Oh, I wonder if I can get her autograph later.
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face off against all sorts of monsters, even the Fatui, and always come out on top.
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you to provide a few claims to fame? It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osail, so that's one. Do you...
Yeah, put that down. And also, defeated the Fatui Harbinger child.
Whoa...
Might as well declare her the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever seen. By a long shot. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a brief word about the prize. A great hero such as yourself can surely only
You
be here
can
for
be
one
an
thing.
hero.
To win the tournament and claim the grand prize. Namely, a vision.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize too?
Puis, t'es-tu prêt, Vertac, là, à y dire, là, tantôt, là,
Beto
Chris?
must have upped the stakes this time to attract
Elle doit
top
être sortie de la
talent.
douche, là.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance. Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. I can hardly believe it myself, to be honest. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to your preparation.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule in this tournament. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon
People
thinks
are
you probably
people.
shouldn't use your
Or
elemental
should
abilities
be.
during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstandings. In any case, looking at the competition, it should alright. It's showtime! You got this!
Showtime, baby.
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete?
Oh yes, ma
Then please
salope.
follow me into the arena.
Welcome to the arena.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her first bout begins now!
Pourquoi que je suis avec elle?
You? You're the hero they're talking about? Ugh, how am I supposed to win now?
Ok, c'est juste avec l'épée, genre? Mais là... Non, c'est quoi ça?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with?
Ouais, c'est ça, c'était comme trop easy.
Let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
Don't you care about us? Baidu.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Mais hein?
Impressive.
Impressive.
I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show she put on just now, she's more than convinced me of her ability. So come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these words of praise.
Ah, c'est vrai, c'est un barde, lui.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spot like that. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too. For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right? So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Bon.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semifinals.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
Huh. To be fair, Paimon was thinking that too.
Alright, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who they are and what they're about. We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. I have not seen her so excited in quite some time. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned warrior.
It's the
You may well be stronger
final
than him,
countdown.
but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well. Show me that you are ready to push through the storm.
Show me your tits.
Alright, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up. She'll take you into the arena.
Arena.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
Relax. My girl's at the top of her game.
Okay, follow me.
Follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Facile.
I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have your chance to get one. But mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods. I don't envy it.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was the strongest. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
Wow! Now that's true strength talking.
Oh, oui.
If you have the chance in the future, please.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick.
Oh.
So don't get too cocky.
Cock.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match.
c'est
What a
Freddy.
stunning performance. I myself was eliminated in the 3rd round. Shame. If only I could have advanced one more round.
Aw, maybe next time, huh? By the way, do you happen to know who else advanced to the final round?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent, quick on his feet and swift to take advantage of his opponent's missteps.
Check ben
I
ça, je vais
faltered for but
perdre
a
ici.
brief moment, but before I knew it, he had me on the floor. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent such as him, I found myself completely out of my league. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
Hey there! Well, where did the other guy go?
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not... Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him. I don't dare tell... Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining.
Oh.
Thanks.
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
Beto.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, and it could have cost you the match. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. That is a most invaluable skill. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern of your breathing. But it is nothing remarkable, for I discerned nothing more than Captain Beto did.
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be stronger than the one we faced in the semifinals?
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about their style. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. It's also obvious that he's seen his fair share of battles. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go somewhere a little quieter, shall we? I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma, I was a wandering samurai.
Samurai?
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill? I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. I do possess some knowledge regarding your opponent's particular skill set. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your enemy. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery alone.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild?
Ah, c'est ça,
In
lui, il y a des
return,
feuilles, genre.
nature also leaves its
Ah, c'est
traces
ça l'affaire
upon you.
d'automne, genre.
However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. These are the things I am curious to know about. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order.
Ok, c'est où je m'en vais, hein? Chris, je m'en vais pas... Ok. C'est bien bizarre ça. Perfect. You're just like a friend. Bon, fait que ça...
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple.
Paimon knew that you were hinting
sait
at
déjà.
something from the moment we met. You've known all along.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say... it would
Salut
cause some
Vertac, je te donne du
unwanted
courage, man.
misunderstandings. If I'm not mistaken,
Let's
you
go,
share
man.
these
J'étais avec
considerations,
toi,
given
là.
your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match. When I talk about that which I see or hear in
Merci
you,
d'être passé.
this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious being.
Hey, stop evaluating us
Elle a
based
pas
on
fini
our
encore,
skill.
voyons Chris.
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your
Elle se
combined elemental
pomponne pour toi,
abilities?
man.
Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told her whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, she just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal
Elle
something
fait quelque
to
chose
me.
en salle de bain, qu'est-ce qu'elle fait?
Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then, let's test your skills, shall we?
Elle est peut-être en train de se rouler la bille en pensant à toi, Est-ce. Ah, éliminer les monstres. Ok.
Fate is upon you.
Cool it! As you wish, main Fräulein.
Main Twilight.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Nice. Je te dis, man, j'étais avec toi, Vertac, Est-ce. J'étais avec toi à 100%, même à soir, Est-ce. manger des œufs, on n'aura pas le choix, je pense. Des petits œufs. Amène-la dans le live un peu, là.
Freeze! Midnight Phantasmagoria. Cool it.
Let me scribe. Written in the stars.
Oh, so sorry.
De quoi ta mère va te laisser tranquille? Comment ça? Elle vous écœurait, genre? Elle vous disait, ah, vous feriez un bon couple, vous êtes dans le même, genre? C'est pour ça que tu dis ça? Ouais, mais imagine, man, tu sors avec, là, ta mère t'écœurera plus en esti. Moi, je dis, man, si t'as pogne. Tu sais, même si, genre, à soir, elle dit, ah, je sais pas, ou n'importe quoi, là. Elle va quand même dire oui pour aller au chalet, man. C'est ça qui va arriver ici. Man, tu fais un move à soir, man, c'est sûr. Hey, Chris. C'est vraiment des cristaux ici, parce que on a pogné tout ça. Ok, je vais aller chercher cristaux ici aussi. Elle joue-tu à des jeux vidéo aussi? Jade, la hyène. Toi, je veux pas te parler, man. Fuck, il m'a vu, le tabarnak. Mais je veux pas le voir, ce style-là. Savoir de lui, moi. Son fucking tough.
Take me back.
Map. Je vais me raiser ici, là. Hey, maudit calice. Wigwang. Bon, fait qu'on va retourner c'est qu'on était, mais genre... se téléporter. Bon, fait que... Ok, je m'en vais ici.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your opponent's speed, he shouldn't be able to overwhelm you. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak, please save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies all known principles. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems, and one will always encounter that which is still unknown.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection between visions and the elements?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions. My apologies. You must be completely in the dark regarding such matters.
Fear of the
For allowing
dark.
me the honor of witnessing your mystical
Fear
ways,
of the dark.
I am willing to answer any questions you may have regarding Inazuma. So that's what you're curious about? Then allow me to tell you more. As you well
Tell
know,
me
a
more,
vision
tell me
hunt decree
more.
is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in circumstances that leave their original recipients dead. In the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the
Je vais
current
essayer de
electro archon
quoi, parce
now
que là
doubt
ça me
these
fait chier,
criteria?
est-ce que ça,
Even the act in and of itself?
ça lag de
Not to
même.
mention, with no new electrovisions having
Un
been
peu.
granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's
Est-ce que je
feelings
vais
on the matter.
faire...
She sounds less like an archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity.
Ça sera pas bien
She will
long.
relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think or feel. Liyue's contracts are meant to
Ah,
benefit
Chris, je
all
peux
who
pas changer
reside
ça
within
ici
Liyue.
vu que je suis en
But
live.
what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people?
Calice.
It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh?
Qu'est-ce que vous bêtes?
Have you encountered the Electro Archon before?
Ça sera pas long, je reviens. Définir la priorité. Je pousserai pas outre mesure.
With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the tournament!
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together.
On y
Very
va.
well. Let's go. I wish to see who will obtain the vision.
Bon.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention, please! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! This is the final match! We've seen many
The
exciting
final.
battles today, and now at long last, the 2 finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen her, her reputation knows no bounds. She strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing Liyue's traveling hero!
Wow!
I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived. Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds. This is the finals. Apologies, everyone just sit tight. They've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
C'est
Wait
une
a
merde.
moment. Something doesn't seem right about this. Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision is missing.
Asti.
Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing in broad daylight?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beto.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze. The culprit has only acted recently. They will not have gotten far. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will be certain to get it back.
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to you then. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came to see the match.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island. Where could he have possibly run to?
Come with me. I can sense the winds are coming.
Bon. Ok, j'ai un succès. Un petit succès.
I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication. Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there we can continue our search for clues.
C'est lui? Ben là, tabarnak.
Midnight Fantastic. By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Toi, tu meurs, mon con.
Cool it. Don't push your luck. Dodge this. Don't get frostbite. You can't run from death.
Bon, fait que ça va bien. Faites le point sur les indices. Ici, genre.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Fuck.
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Calice.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Ok, ça va pas pire.
Hubris. This way. Follow me.
Follow me.
There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Défi terminé. En haut? C'est en haut? Non, ça se peut pas.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Des hosties, là. Ça va, ça va, ça va.
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Free! You're open!
Shadows of fate!
A little taste!
Facile, ça. Facile, facile, facile. Avant de te revoir. C'est quoi cette bestiole-là?
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Your vision. Drat! If I only had a vision. Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's gaze. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into, and on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind as I was pursuing you. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist, namely speed, stealth, and style. But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your heart. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine, fine. I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters. I fought my way to the finals and...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent!
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along, but then you showed up. After watching the semi-finals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beto. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape. Drat. This should have gone differently. I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a useless shell to me.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the captain of the Crux fleet. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
Oh, it's revealed.
Freeze!
Let me scrap.
Just a temporary setback.
Ben, c'est parce que ça a comme été trop facile.
No, no. Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please.
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Yet still the gods do not bestow their favor upon him. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind. No further punishment for you.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment?
C'est ça, tu sais. Ta gueule, ici.
Such willingness is commendable, and fits the way of the samurai.
No, no. No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
Huh? Hyman doesn't get it. Were you just trying to scare him?
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hands. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity for him to awaken the vision. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be reawakened. From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use him for this experiment. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see.
J'essaye.
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. So you are also unable to rekindle the vision. No matter. This was expected. I suppose this
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision anyway?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power.
Nice.
But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenchukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned.
Allons-y.
Allow me to gather the wind for us once more.
Bon, fait que là on va prendre le vent encore.
Huh? Did Beta leave already? Maybe she went back to her ship.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds with one another.
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite some time.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified, and our hero here is the champion.
Yes.
I thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor gets...
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beidou is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives word of it. She is a woman of her word. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the nation.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 archons.
Pique dans l'oreille,
If
est-ce
Liu
depuis tantôt.
Lorax could form Guyun Stone Forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of finding a way to reawaken the vision. Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
Ok, quête à suivre, bon, c'est le fun. Ok. C'est des objets. Cette médaille-là. C'est ici. Ça me donne rien. Parler à... On se réinstalle, ok. C'est vrai, il y avait des fleurs ici. Je vais aller en acheter, genre. Fleur du lotus. Bon, ça c'est fait. Salut. Ok, faut que je parle à Madame Ping.
Children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Ça fait longtemps que t'attendais, je pense.
Oh, no, no. You've done so much for Lea Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child. You're
Oh,
so
child.
honest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds.
Oui, je l'ai vu la tailleur, moi.
That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old. Oh, did my friends never mention that to you?
No.
Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis. Part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a...
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. What's more, well, for starters, I require you would have to dig, but almost even in any case, Smaragdus. Goodness knows if that.
Well,
yes.
she.
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei.
Yen
She's the
Fei.
one helping Yen Fei.
Of course, who hasn't?
Chris
Much has been
Hayat.
written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liu's before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her. A shame that if we had, allow me to introduce. Oh, yes. Here's my business card. If you have an urgent.
All right, Yen Fei. You'll have to excuse Yen Fei. She's always been like this.
Paimon was gonna ask the same.
An adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that they had me, and once I was all grown up, well, that's it. Well, anyway, the chasm's been sealed.
Is that Yenfei?
I know, Granny. You've told me Whoa. Commercial consultancy.
C'est quoi ce bruit-là?
A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal. He mentioned that he was considering. So I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you want?
Wow. An adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal life. Best we be a little.
Bon. C'est ici que ça se passe.
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice.
You're
Miss Yen.
Wait!
No, I'm not. The contract, in return, I included a clause.
Guaranteed, Jen.
Of course.
In that case.
Oh,
thanks a lot.
Ah, Chris, faut que j'aille voir tout le monde. À tout ce qu'il y a à l'intérieur. Bon, fait que c'était pas en dedans là. C'est comme si le toit, genre.
Oh, whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me.
How do you do, Monsieur? My associates and I are very...
The hairpins. I don't know how... I spend so much money on them. My family is in the ore business too. But business is... We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around. A big banquet is... That's what they're... But now that I...
Why does Paimon...
Would you... Hold on.
Huh?
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said true!
Right. I finished reading. Furthermore, and given the rarity of...
Even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed...
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Whichever way you...
Except that if we found...
Please. However much it... Now that it's...
Yes, legal. So hold on.
What did I feel? My family has seen...
Smoked. No, it's not.
Can't beat the atmosphere here anyway.
Ah, Miss Yanfei.
Crossell.
You lost?
I'm sorry.
Mora, I...
No problem. But it was in fact genuine smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course.
All right. Understood? I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation.
Thank you very much.
Looks like I'll have...
Please wait, it's not...
I should open the store.
Da 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 da. 8 calices. Poulet, poulet, piou piou piou. Je croirais rêver.
Miss Yunfei, what is this about?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hairpins.
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer. I don't know if Granny told you this, but if mere mortals
Granny.
Mr. Chow, did you at any time?
No.
Now that is strange. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have...
If that's the case, we should go confront...
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit, and then, after that, he would simply insist that, meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the...
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of...
Well then, since...
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr.
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Feels like you...
These are my formal terms of engagement. Anywhere commissioned, but not bound.
I understand.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay, and I'll also need your signatures on...
This contract has so many pages!
Alright, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and...
I've had to read...
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite... I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like...
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask.
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some smaragdist... Whether he actually made it into an item of true... Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go... Ah, I've got it. If Mr. Crossell had...
Shitu.
Why, hello there.
No, nothing of...
That was the he was quite...
Do you have any left...
Why, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Try your luck betting on Jade?
for loving me.
Huh? If my eyes... Yes. I've heard it said that's...
A thin layer of separation.
If you must see...
Is that... So, did you find anything? So they really are different.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time. These two stones, there may be only a... And...
All right, let's...
But... No,
unusual act...
Just like to make peace.
Shitu.
Miss Yunfei.
If you could just
yeah.
Then I have no...
Of course.
Oh, this document... I wouldn't say...
This hard evidence...
On the contrary, if you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry... Aha!
Well, that was...
Because lots of people... As you know, Liyue Harbor is but the amendments made by the... As such...
So you have...
Yes, well... You sound surprised. Oh, this hasn't...
Again with that...
Well, that's...
Ouais, je pense que moi, je vais y arrêter là-dessus aussi. Je m'endors, là. Ouais, moi, je vais y aller là-dessus, les amis, parce que là, je m'endors comme le Chris. De toute façon, j'ai fait 2 heures de live. Puis ça lag en plus, c'est comme chiant. Fait que je vais y aller là-dessus. Puis on va se dire ben, à la prochaine. Puis comme je dis, là, les lives cette semaine n'aura pas vraiment. Fait que on va se retrouver la semaine prochaine en live. Donc c'est encore plus loin. Mais au pire, ben, vous écouterez ceux d'avant. Fait que salut!